Hello and welcome back to Fact Me Up channel. In today's video we're going to delve into the intriguing and action-packed world of Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece, Inglourious Basterds. A film that weaves an alternate history of World War II, fusing fact and fiction to create a captivating and thrilling cinematic experience. Join us as we uncover 18 hidden gems and fascinating facts behind the making of this iconic and glorious movie. In a roundtable discussion with Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino, Tarantino said that Til Schweiger had previously refused to put on a Nazi uniform for a film role, largely due to being born and raised in Germany and his very real hatred of anything Nazi-related. When Schweiger was told he'd brutally kill a Nazi in every scene he wore the uniform, he happily agreed to play the part of Hugo Stiglitz. It was the only movie Brad Pitt made as a leading actor for the Weinstein Company or its previous iteration, Miramax. He has said it had everything to do with wanting to work with Quentin Tarantino and nothing to do with Harvey Weinstein. His animosity for Weinstein stems from an incident in the 90s where Pitt physically threatened the producer upon learning of Weinstein's unwanted sexual harassment of his then-girlfriend Gwyneth Paltrow. When asked how he got into the violent, baseball bat-wielding mindset of the Bear Jew, Eli Roth partially attributed his performance to the historically accurate costumes. "Being in wool underwear will make you want to kill anything," he said. He also stated in a separate interview that his girlfriend had secretly added some Hannah Montana music onto his iPod, and when he listened to it, it inexplicably made him able to tap into the violent nature of the Bear Jew. Until he found Christoph Waltz, Quentin Tarantino was unsure the film would be ever made. He feared the role of Hans Landa was unplayable, as he describes it, due to the number of languages, German, French, English and Italian, the character had in the script. He even gave the casting crew one more week to find a fitting applicant before he would pull the plug on production entirely. That's when they found Waltz, and the movie was saved. In the scene where Christoph Waltz's character Colonel Landa strangles Bridget von Hammersmark, played by Diane Kruger, the hands doing the strangling are those of Quentin Tarantino. He also strangled her for real, as he feared the scene wouldn't look realistic enough otherwise, and she almost lost consciousness while filming it. Luckily for her, they got it in one take.
It took me forever, and then he didn't believe I was German. And
what did he think you were? He thought you were
like
making up your
German descent, maybe,
Okay.
because he'd only seen like American movies, and so.
Ironically, because Diane Kruger's best-known performances were in English-speaking films, Quentin Tarantino thought she was an American, and doubted whether she could master the German dialogue and accent for the role of Bridget von Hammersmark. Upon audition, she quickly proved to him that she was a native-speaking German. Michael Fassbender's performance as Lieutenant Archie Hicox is layered with irony. Fassbender was born in Germany to German and Irish parents, and raised in Ireland. He now resides in London with fluency in German as his first language, Gaelic as his second, and English as his third, and a mastery of English accents and dialects. Here he plays an Englishman who goes undercover as a German, and who can speak German fluently, but has difficulty hiding his accent. Quentin Tarantino had all of the actors playing the bastards go through a day of scalping training in preparation for the movie, and told them that the 3 best practice scalpers would be rewarded with close-ups of them doing just that in the film. One of these moments comes in the very last scene, when Private First Class Udovich, played by B.J. Novak, scalps Landa's driver after Aldo shoots him. Daniel Brühl admitted after the film was released that he wasn't perfectly fluent in French at the time of his casting, and when Quentin Tarantino asked him to speak lines in French to hear what it sounded like, he would sometimes bluff by mixing French with Spanish, betting that Tarantino wouldn't notice, and he didn't. When Brühl received the translated version of the script, he was able to perfect his French delivery. B.J. Novak had to take leave from appearing on the Office TV series in order to play Private First Class Udovich. His absence on the show was explained by his character going to Thailand with friends from high school.
I'm going to Thailand with some friends from high school. Well, high school. And if I don't do it now, I'll never get to go.
During the filming of the fire scene on the balcony, the fire got out of control and temperature of the ceiling above the actors Eli Roth and Omar Doom reached 1,200 degrees Celsius. Despite the intense heat, neither actor wanted to back down and ruin the shot. Fire marshals later said that another 15 seconds of filming would have resulted in the collapse of the steel structure and the incineration of both actors. To prepare for her role in Inglourious Basterds, Melanie Laurent worked as a film projectionist for a few weeks at New Beverly Cinema, projecting mostly cartoons and trailers before shows. The real test set by Quentin Tarantino was for her to screen his 1992 movie Reservoir Dogs. For his performance in this film, Christoph Waltz became one of 7 performers to win an Oscar playing a character that mostly spoke in a foreign language, in his case German, French, and Italian. The others are Sophia Loren, Robert De Niro, Roberto Benigni, Benicio del Toro, Marion Cotillard, and Yoon Ye-yoon. Quentin Tarantino met with Brad Pitt at Chateau Miraval in France, where he lived with Angelina Jolie. They talked about Brad playing the role of Aldo Rain over the course of a night and 5 bottles of the estate's own Pink Floyd Rose when he accepted the role. Eli Roth directed the short propaganda film within film, Nation's Pride. Quentin Tarantino asked Roth to direct the short, and Roth requested his brother Gabriel Roth join him to direct behind a second camera, to which Tarantino agreed. In 2 days, the brothers got 130 camera setups, and Tarantino was so pleased, he gave Roth a 3rd day that he was originally planning to shoot with Daniel Brühl. Roth got 50 more setups the 3rd day, much to Tarantino's delight. The total running time of the short is 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and was always intended to feel like pieces of a longer film, not a coherent short. In late 2009, Sir Michael Caine praised Christoph Waltz's performance as Hans Landa, saying it was the best performance of a villain I've seen in years. Caine even correctly predicted that Waltz would win Best Actor in a Supporting Role at the 2010 Academy Awards. On German advertisement materials, all swastikas were removed or covered up, as it was unclear to the distributor if the swastikas violated German law, which prohibits the exhibition of Nazi symbols, except for certain purposes, such as historical accuracy. Quentin Tarantino approached Adam Sandler to play Sergeant Donnie Donowitz, but Sandler had to turn it down because the schedule conflicted with the filming of Funny People, and his role went to Eli Roth. And Simon Pegg was originally set to play Lieutenant Archie Hicox, but was forced to pull out of the project because of scheduling conflicts with The Adventures of Tintin, and Michael Fassbender took it over.